All right. We're ready to start
Yes.
in three, two, one, go.
Let's
Whoa!
go.
Tighten
Wee.
that wrist strap. You want to chuck that Wii remote over out and through the TV?
Okay, so I'll start the timer when the file select screen actually goes to start.
Uh, you might want to not miss it now.
All right.
So starting off, we're in the Frigate Orpheum, the introduction of the game. There's nothing really much to do, like other than just keep progressing and go kill parts that quick and then start the escape sequence. So we just have to gonna do that real quick. All right, but you want to explain this, the hardest part of the game?
Yeah. Whoa, MLG, let's go.
Some very quick
Wish GameCube had
targets.
that. And then these targets here are so cool. I don't know if that order is deliberate in the targets, but it's pretty
Oh
dope.
yeah, fusion suit. Yes.
Good meme. Okay, so right there, when you instant unmorph on Wii, so on GameCube, Samus's arm cannon, even after an instant unmorph, would be pointing down, but on Trilogy, it points at wherever the Wii remote's pointed at. So you can do what are like similar to roll shots and echoes, but on Prime Wii, it's you'll be seeing that a lot this run. Just kind of the usual linear hallways going to the boss at the moment. There is a cool thing coming up in a couple of rooms here. Also, Trilogy persists scans, so that's why you won't be seeing, with like one exception, all the scans that you'll be seeing are um,
Like
instant.
yeah, it's like two or three, but yeah,
Yeah.
one is extremely important.
So coming up here, there's this like invisible wall that doesn't extend high enough, so you can just BSJ over it and then into this main part of the room and get to this part before the escape sequence. And this is important because there's a tiny hole in this wall that you can very precisely morph and get repositioned through. And now we're out of bounds. Do you want to talk about this part, Miguel?
Yeah, big shocker. All right, so here we're starting off out of bounds because being in bounds is slower. So the main reason why we're doing this is because we want to skip the big gates that are next to Parasite Queen. So we're just gonna do a little fun out of bounds movement with Morph Ball. Hey, guess what? We have Spring Ball, so we can just do this.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're just gonna do a little
Incoming
funny
speed here.
thingy. Yeah, watch this.
A.
Nice.
No elevator. So what I need to do now is get into the transition dock so I can go to the next room. But because this door is big and thick and too out of the way, it blocks the transition dock, and it's also like the trigger is like perfectly set so it doesn't extend out of bounds. So I need to load inside the gate so I can jump out of it as soon as it loads and it lets me transition. Now the pauses were so I can delay the room load. That's a technique called load delay. So I need to do that because the room loads too fast. So by pausing about 10 times, I can delay the room delay the room loading so I can get in position just in time, and then I'll be able to jump out of it as soon as it loads. And yeah,
Yeah.
skips the gates. Also, this
Parasite Queen here. Oh, sorry.
yeah, you can skip the cutscenes because trilogy is weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay.
Even though the trilogy has more skippable cutscenes than GameCube does. Yep, so Parasite Queen has a hitbox on its mouth that takes double damage relative to the body. It's just
And
always there, so just mainly aim and fire away. Also, this is Wii normal mode. It's a casual mode on remastered. That's different from normal mode on the GameCube. So enemies are uh, have a bit less health than they do on GameCube with this difficulty.
Evacuate immediately.
And now we're doing the escape sequence. So going back to that room that Miguel, or I guess Samus, went out of bounds in. We're doing that again. It's much faster RTA to go out of bounds and return to the entrance of Frigate Orpheon, rather than going through the ventilation tunnels and escaping that way. For in-game time, it's not as big of a time save, but for RTA, it's pretty massive. Also, super cool. I love this morph ball roll on the
yeah,
scene.
everything that's normally standable and Samus like standing position, it's also standable in Morph Ball, so we can just act, use it as a floor, so we can spring ball.
These jumps are 3 frames each. Every room is inside a bounding box. This room transition here coming up. So transitions. So the game keeps track of what's called like the prioritized or the active room. So that's like what shows what the like central room is on the map. whenever like you open it or see it on the mini map, and so that should be done manually. So all this out of bounds is very coordinated, because there's also like load triggers. Unlike Ocarina of Time, only a couple rooms at a time are loaded because the GameCube is a whopping 16 megabytes of I think main RAM. Also, Miguel's on top of this hallway and then just hops into the cutscene.
Yeah, we there's not enough time to make the room
So
visible.
much.
Like we have to go fast. We're
There's
just
so
gonna
much going
touch
on.
the bounce.
This cutscene's so fantastic. I love seeing Ridley fly away.
Oh yeah, this cutscene is so majestic. As you can see, that the perfectly orchestrated, cinematic. Oh, very, very entertaining.
Yeah, not skipping this cutscene.
Alright, so now that Frigate offering is done, the boring part of the game. Unfortunately, because there's no scan dashing in this version of the game, we can't do the usual space jump first technique. So we're just gonna go real quick over here and I'm gonna go all the way to the door. What's that? We can do it anyway. Oh yeah, yeah. We're gonna get space jump right now because we don't care about not having scan dashing.
Space Jump First is so big of a time save for the early game. It saves on like I think 2 different backtracks that you would otherwise need to do, or I guess 1 if you did like Space Jump early instead of first. So for TAS, this has been known about for a while, but Miguel and I believe Hazel and Draconif made it. Correct me if I'm wrong, Miguel. Made it RTA viable.
Just Hazel.
Just Hazel. Okay. And then recently, SJF has been confirmed to work on Remastered as well. It is also harder than on GameCube. So every version of Prime 1.
Yeah, here's the unfortunate part of Wii. There's no scan dashing, no fancy tricks, no bunny hopping, so we're just gonna have to do regular dashes of these enemies to clear the room as quickly as possible. But it's still very fast compared to like real human movement, so it's
Yeah, they cap your sideways speed on this version of the game, so you can't pull off the stuff you can do on GameCube.
So coming up in Choso, we're on our way to get Morph Ball and some missiles. Because we already have Space Jump, we don't need to go all the way to Hive Mecha, so we can just... Hold on. Yeah, no need to go to Hive Mecha, we can just right off this hop up and get this missile expansion right here. We don't actually need missile launcher, so just anything works. And yeah, I don't know where to Morph Ball. So, like previously said, no L jumping, no R jumping, no...
Soft input jumps.
Yeah, you want to explain soft input jumps?
So for on Wii and Remastered, Samus will I think accelerate faster in the air and reach her top speed quicker, which makes this I think not just possible, but the beetle skip even easier on Wii. Or not. I'm already stumbling over myself here. Basically, with soft input jumps, you can jump farther distances than you otherwise could. And there's one instance of this that's going to be really important when we go back to Main Plaza. I think you can just regularly jump over the beetle cutscene to get to Morph Ball. We don't like quite skip it, since for in-game time it's actually better to trigger it after.
You forgot to mention that soft input jumps are achieved by holding very slightly on the stick instead of all over.
Didn't even talk about the soft input part. Yeah, so that's that jump right there that needs the slight control stick input to move faster.
All right, we get this extra missile, and now we are gonna do... You wanna guess what I'm doing? Big surprise, we're going out of bounds. So
there's
we're gonna do... Yeah?
Go ahead.
Right. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do a little something, a little small, well, you could say medium-sized out-of-bounds adventure. We're going to this side because we're going to do something very important coming up here. So the goal here is to get the Powerball expansion in Magma Pool, but because, like previously said, there's no L, R jumping, no dashing, we're gonna have to manually jump into the room. But because the room is gonna load too fast, we're gonna have to use load delay. So that's why I'm pausing here a lot. So don't worry, it's roughly just 1 minute or so of pausing. I try to optimize it as much as possible. But yeah, we're gonna go inside Magma Pool when it loads, and we're going to be inside the room but partially outside of it. So when the room loads in, it sets off something called ghost state, which basically means that whatever collision triangle I'm gonna be in while I'm inside the room is not gonna the game will consider it as if there's no collision there because that's I suppose that's how the game works. If you're like stuck somewhere, the game will try to make sure you're not stuck so you can move around. But once you're outside the collision triangle, you're just gonna go back in, be solid. But for now, we're just gonna keep doing this until we can properly reach the spot where the power one expansion Mega Pool is gonna be in.
This is really, really fast.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
So much speed's happening.
Metroid Prime uses in-game time. Well, primarily in speedrunning, we use in-game time. So all of these pauses do not count towards in-game time, just RTA.
Yeah, first domino that dropped though was Prime 3 speed runs that use RTA.
Right. Okay, so short the pause is gonna stop now, and we're gonna and we got the power bomb.
So high enough to get the power bomb expansion, and low enough that you are still out of bounds because of the ghost state that lets you fall back through the floor. And then no dashing, so needs to
yeah, we're just
wall crawl here.
Walk the room.
And you mentioned there's no real convenient spot to ceiling warp, which is like a ghost state thing you can use to go back in bounds from like above rooms. So instead, just door warp instead.
Yeah,
and
room load in while you're inside it.
I don't miss this Resident Evil camera. It's just
yeah, that's a glitch related to more vault tunnels and not about shenanigans. Don't worry much about it. Right, and now we are on our way to Charge Beam.
Yeah, Charge Beam is a bit of a detour, but the amount of time it saves is so massive that it's still worth getting. For reference, Power Beam shots do 2 damage, and fully charged Power Beam does 50. Charge Power Beam wins out on DPS. So certain boss strats are much more beneficial with having Charge Beam. Nice damage boost off of the off the Reaper Vine.
Yeah, we don't have can dashing, we don't have anything, but we don't care about that. We're still gonna go fast. And there's Charge Beam. Here's a frame perfect morph. Whenever a cutscene happens, whenever like you grab an item or something and you can move, the first frame before that happens, you can still do an input. So I use that to morph, and I skip the morph animation. Oh, the morph animation goes when you can't do anything, so you basically skip it. And we're low in health, but we don't care about that. We need health.
Samus knows what she's doing.
Yeah, Samus is a gamer.
It's a bit of a standable terrain here. If it looks like you could stand on top of it, you probably can. Prime 1, same is true for Prime 2 and I think Prime 3.
There's a funny instant unmorph. Don't ask me how it works, it just does.
You normally need to like have the camera like pretty considerably obstructed by something like a wall for instant unmorphs to work. And that's and instant unmorphs are important for making instant unmorph jumps work. It's like a 21 frame window where you could like enable Samus to jump as if she's grounded but while in midair. Gain extra height. And this is the best random boss in the game. Part 1 of
wait,
is it? Finish that bit. Go power bombs.
Is the game in 23 FPS in stream as well? What?
Cinematic.
Oh
no,
wait,
I think
no.
it's just Discord.
Yeah, someone said in chat 23 FPS for some reason. Well.
Yeah, so
anyway,
with the power bomb to get this missile expansion.
So unfortunately, nothing to be done here besides waiting and
nice.
things.
Yeah, this is an auto-scroller that can lose you up to 35 seconds, just based on the length of each phase. So phase 1 is a 5-second variance, and then phases 2 through 4 each have 10-second variance.
Any smilers in chat?
Yeah, morph bombs are really important for both inbounds and out of bounds movement.
Yes, bombs lets us use spring ball. That's
yes.
Besides a couple of other more ball requirements. Yeah, we need morph and spring ball.
Spring ball's unironically one of the best things to be added to this game. If only it was on GameCube.
Nah, GameCube has can dashing. Get over it.
It does.
Yeah, we get Wii privileges here. Get spring ball. Alright, so now that we have more bombs, we bombs.
You
Now that
want
we have
it?
purple bombs. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna explain this now. So now we have purple bombs. We're on our way to do a little something. I'm not gonna say what it is. Most of you probably already know what's
Yeah.
coming now.
You'll
But yeah,
never
we are here.
guess if you've ever
You'll
seen us
never
speedrun this
guess
game.
what happens.
Yeah, so this normally in like the casual route you would go fight Flagra after getting bombs. Do a little detour first. Actually, a bit of an extended detour this route.
You guessed it. More out of bounds. We get Ice Beam before Flagra, as the tradition, whatever calls it.
Yeah, we don't have Wave Beam or Spider Ball currently, so we need to traverse the rest of Chozo Ruins out of bounds to reach pretty much the end of late Chozo to get Ice Beam. This detour is worth it. It saves on a lot of backtracking later.
Also more funny, more ball
Hmm.
advanced movement.
Yeah. Also, shouts to the no limited influence in this version of Prime 1, so you can do Aether jumps like you could on Prime 2 and Prime 3. It's
Not that it,
unironically better.
not that it's important for Tassie because
Yeah.
Tass is never gonna miss any of these
Yeah.
jumps.
Ooh, careful. This is a really hard transition. Okay, there we go. Nice.
Easy.
Crazy how it's
And
just going for all this risky strats.
yeah, Tass doesn't care about anything.
You
Alright,
can't
that's
stand on
it.
Stone Toads here, so 2 BSJ here to climb up to the top of the room. That's Ice Beam.
And we get Ice Beam. I love refrigerators.
I love refrigerators. So yeah, this you can do this on remastered as well. It's a big time save, but out of bounds is considerably more dangerous, I would say, in
And
remastered.
you
Wait,
thought we were gonna go
or
back, but no, we're gonna go over here because we're gonna grab X-ray. So remember that power bomb we got? Yeah, it turns out it's kind of useful.
yeah,
So we're gonna go get X-ray right now, and that's gonna skip a whole big detour after
X-ray is
waving.
required for one thing. Otherwise, it's beneficial for the final boss. X-ray is hard required for something much later in the run.
Because I'm gonna take power bomb drop
Yeah,
from that
guaranteed.
seedling, and I need a second power bomb drop, and I'm gonna have it right here.
There's a cool thing gonna happen coming up here, where Miguel's gonna or TAS is gonna vacuum in this power bomb drop, and then see it now that just got the extra power bomb. That saves from having to wait for a seedling spawn in Life Grove.
And okay, and right here, okay, this pause is done so the room loads quicker. It's another technical stuff that I'm not gonna explain. And yeah, here's X-ray visor. I drop a power bomb on the frame. In the frame I get X-ray, and yeah, that makes it go during the cutscene. So now we have X-ray. Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so now right here we're gonna go and grab the artifact of Choso. Yeah, it's Choso, right?
Something happened. Their chat's going all weird.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Nice
Anyway,
this minute.
yeah, there's a little trick you can do with the spinner where you can use it without boost ball by standing in a very precise position. For some reason, the game thinks we can rotate in it when well, we can rotate inside the spinner if we enter it just the right way. For some reason, I don't know the technical details, but that lets us get the artifact of Choso early. So now that we have X-ray and Choso, we can make our way out.
There's
What's
even a
that?
backup that makes that work too.
What's
Not the
that?
BS shaker.
More jumps or scan dashing? Who cares? I'm gonna exit the room anyway and skip the ghost fights. And you thought I was
Up
gonna
team.
you
Up
thought I was
gang.
gonna drop down there. You thought wrong.
Another
This
insta shot. I almost want to run trilogy now because of insta shots. Too bad
different.
GameCube is so much better.
Yeah, that power bomb drop is very important there, so I have to get it.
So with Ice Beam and X-Ray Visor in hand, we've done the detour. Something that's actually pretty neat. The wave doors that would normally block the way from going to Late Chozo are blue going the way back, so there's no need to go out of bounds. Just pure natural spring ball gameplay.
That's right here. We're gonna stop up on this ghost. He's gonna be a bully and lock the door. So we're just gonna kill him real quick. So because of Wii easy mode or on remaster it's casual, but and here it's just called normal mode. The other is better on heavy mode.
Another
We do
MLG
extra
shot.
damage. We do extra damage, and enemies. No, yeah, we just do extra damage, and we take less damage. So we are able to do the Ghost 5 with just 3 charge shots instead of the usual 4 and a little bit more.
Still no E-tanks. This is a brave speedrun.
Like I said, we don't need health. What are you talking about? There's an
Shoutouts
E-tank
to...
right here, though, but we're still gonna ignore it. Goodbye.
So it was like the 20 or the 2-tank 20% VMR that Hazel showcased on Prime Wii, and then got like a bunch of like large energy like RNG
Yeah.
drops to make it
We're not-
work.
We're not gonna do that like that.
Yeah.
We're not gonna do that here, though, so.
Shouts though, it's cool.
Alright, so the usual detour. Okay, now we're going to Flagra. Now, this is the same movement. This is the same movement as done after getting bombs. So, for real, we're on the way to Flagra. Enjoy this perfectly orchestrated movement without bumping into walls.
It's weird seeing the random like bloom lighting off of like a bunch of the ambient stuff. Forgot that Trilogy added that. Cool little BSJ here to save on the trip up to the gate. Gate skip doesn't work, so we have to scan all the things. Wait, hold on, what's going on here? What? What is happening? Whoa!
Alright, we're going in advance for 2 things. Mainly because, not that scanning the gates is then that much slower, but we're gonna stay out of bounds to do a little something special with Flagra.
Yeah.
So,
Important part
normally,
is coming up.
Normally the room is you have to enter and like destroy all 4 beam, well not beam, destroy all 4 of the ball blocks, but we're just gonna use the power bomb here and destroy multiple at once. And yeah,
Damage boost was nice.
it's actually not a damage boost. It's a big trigger that pushes you
Oh,
like
okay.
for whatever reason. But yeah, we're gonna skip the intro cinematic, and that's why Flagra is like in the idle state before the fight starts, but we can still damage the bomb slots from outside. So we're gonna roll and wire real quick, and we're gonna destroy this. Destroy the first one to trigger the cutscene, and destroy the second one during the cutscene with a frame perfect bomb drop. So the ghost doing the cutscene, and we skip 2 whole extra cutscenes. So it's extremely faster RTA, but in-game time says like 10 seconds. But yeah, double benefit, both RTA and in-game time, so everybody's happy.
Yeah, don't
So
be
now
fooled.
So now I
Flagra's
triggered
in.
the initial. So now I triggered the initial cutscene, and Flagra's dead.
Nice.
Rip
Yeah,
Bosco.
Yeah, don't be fooled. Flagra, even like doing this normally, is a very, very fast in-game time boss, even with all the cutscenes. So much action-packed gameplay happening here. But I'm also in favor of bowling Flagra, so thank you for showcasing this.
Yeah, my pleasure. So unfortunately, these cutscenes are very long, and we can't skip it. So we're just gonna swallow 30 seconds of nothing. Yes, whatever. But we get bar suit, so right here. Okay.
Also, be careful, everybody. Avert your eyes if you are into good-looking color palettes, because
Viewer discretion
ain't.
is advised.
oh,
So-
just the
Alright, here we go. Go,
oh,
go,
this
Power
isn't gonna be good.
Rangers.
Rip fusion suit, not fusion varia. Oh no! Oh,
Okay.
oh.
Enough of that. We got fashion. We got bar suit. Some would call it puke suit, but I call it the best suit in the game. So shut up.
Yeah, it's great. We get to see this suit the most during the run.
So
Just
coming
that
up,
yellow.
we're normally you drop down and that goes to Magmor, but we're gonna do a little something called instant armor jump. So basically, we touch the little ledge to reset the jump state that allows for the 21 frame window to kick in. So we can do that very, very extremely precise precision into instant armor jump to touch the invisible trader that changes the layer to this room so that the ghosts show up so I can get the artifact early.
How long
That
did you get to test
is-
that?
3 hours.
For that
So-
one jump.
Yes. So once again, easy mode. Well, it's normal mode, but we call it easy mode because it's different from normal mode. It makes this fight take way faster, way less. I mean, because they only take like 3 shots of charging, and that makes the fight go really fast. And we're already done. So we're just gonna stand where the artifact is normally gonna be, and we get it as soon as it pops out, and we get an early wild.
Just on time, wild.
Margin. Wait, that's not the proper joke.
Marginally ahead of time, wild. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now we're on our way to Magmore Caverns.
So this room coming up that Miguel fell down, then jumped right out of. Try this on remastered. Just fall down this left side wall and see what
Yeah,
happens.
good luck. Oh wait, you're talking about the friction thingy.
Yeah. What is friction? What are physics even? Alright, so now we are in cool OST region of the game. Shoutouts to Super Metroid. Nothing crazy going on in the early section here, but yeah. Right now, goal is to get the Fendrana Drift.
Cool collision boost there to go a
Yeah.
little faster. More insta shots and a little damage boost here for good measure.
Yeah, much faster than having to unmorph and like regularly and then wait the whole second of the animation or lay a bomb that also takes a whole second. Yeah, so this pillar here, you only need 2 missiles to break it open. There's like a common misconception that you need super missiles to open it. Also, since like you wouldn't know that artifact's there without the temple hint or having X-ray to see like, oh hey, this is here. And then by that point you already have super missiles. There's like another pillar in the upcoming room for like mainly for Hundo that he doesn't even need missiles. You can just charge beam it. Wow, good luck on that Triclops pattern there.
Wow. Alright, so
Oh, I
more,
love this movement. Nice.
more cool insta shots into damage boosts. Very cool. And here, this is a big wide room that suffers a lot from not having scan dashing, but we don't care. We're gonna dash anyway.
Thankfully, the outer rocky layer has a lot of standable terrain.
Okay, you want health, you're gonna get it. Because it's actually very important to have health in this upcoming section, so it's okay. We have Springbolt, so it's very fast.
Yeah,
And
it's faster than GameCube for like
it's
a couple seconds.
arguably better than doing that farming for health. So having this E-Tank, it's really fast E-Tank, it's just very beneficial to get it.
We have to restart for Cosmonaut. They just came into the stream.
Oh no. Anyway, coming on Fendrana, we're gonna do a lot of
Shot.
this
miss.
just over here to destroy the missiles. To destroy the ice barriers, whatever.
Intentionally waiting this cutscene out because Samus gets repositioned more forwards.
So more cool dashes that lets us go fast. No crazy speed from GameCube, but I'm saying over and over again, doesn't matter. We don't care. We still go fast. And Springball is here to help us.
I mean, we do want to go fast. We're about to get Boost Ball.
Oh. You may be wondering how Boost Ball and Spring Ball work in conjunction. Good question. We're about to find out. Another bow shot, whatever. Here's one of the scans that take a little because I want to get as far as possible before morphing. And yeah, enjoy
Did you
this.
damage boost off the Sheikov? Oh wait, no, you're full health. I love this. This is great.
Yeah, we benefits. And another frame perfect bomb because why not? And another one here. And we got boost ball. We can go fast now.
Use the boost to get through.
You got boost power. Alright. Whee!
Yeah, so with the spring ball, you can sort of chain boost into spring ball to get, I think, a bit extra speed. That's a big thing in like corruption speedruns. It's a little bit different in Prime 1 Wii, but it's nice to have. Oh my God, it's so fast.
Yeah, now that we have boost ball, we can actually go super fast, bro. So if you see random another very perfect ball in the cutscene. Yeah, okay. So if you see random pauses, whatever, that's on some specific rooms. The room will be downloading, but the door will stay shut for a little bit for whatever reason. So pausing the frame it loads makes it so the door opens earlier. So
Shouts to Untextured Ridley.
yeah. Okay, so
Espresso Ice
now
Temple. Do you want to talk about this, or do you want me to talk about it?
you explain.
All right, so a lot of cool stampable terrain here to more quickly climb the room, and nice strafe dashes off the Sheegoth. Need to open a gate and hit a couple of things with missiles that are only vulnerable missiles, and climbing this room up. Whoa, hold on, what's going on? Bro, you're going too high, Miguel. What's going on? Love those dashes, by the way. This is fantastic. Need to shoot those blocks with missiles for the return
Yeah,
trip.
yeah. Those are bomb blocks, but
All right.
they're vulnerable to missiles for some reason.
So the
Anyway,
whole reason we went out of bounds is now the active room is in that morph ball tunnel room. We need that to get stuck in this collision here, and now the morph ball can just roll without any friction and can just speed up. And so we're going really, really, really fast. Rotational speed is going up, 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 up. Still going faster. We're still building speed here for about 50 seconds until we hit a state called infinite speed, where the shell around the morph ball will disappear. When you boost spider or spring jump while in this infinite speed state, because what happens is the rotational speed goes so high that it gets reset to nan. That's going to cause the way that Samus's collision with other actors, like enemies or items and such, to almost always evaluate to true, with exception for like specific, I think tight enclosures relating to, I think, the way that the walls work.
yeah.
So what's really important about this is we need to get the artifact of sun here without plasma beam. And
Man,
the benefit, though, is the two fusion various Samuses. So with doing it this way, we get the wave beam and artifact of sun at the same time, so letting us skip the Sheegoth boss fight.
And we're basically done with this part of Andrano. We're not gonna come back here anytime. Like we're not gonna come back here again.
You can do this in bounds, but it's a bit slower because you would have to do the Sheegoth boss fight first.
It's not possible in bounds in Wii version.
Oh, they changed it for Wii. Okay, my bad. That's GameCube then.
But this specific pause it's needed for RNG manip, so it's double benefit. Make the room load faster, open faster, and a little bit of RNG manip to get that power one drop.
Yeah, so we are done with this part of Fendrana. We're never coming back. Also, fun fact, Infinite Speed was discovered on Trilogy first.
And we're on our way back to Macmore. So as you saw earlier, we already have Ice Beam, we already have the Artifact of Choso, we already have X-Ray. So we do not need to come back all the way back there to Choso to do whatever other usual stuff you do after Fendrana. So here we're gonna do a cool series of dashes, very fast. And since we have a power early, you can destroy this cover here, and so we can take this shortcut. And also get the Artifact of Warrior. Actually, wait, no, this is Artifact of Strength. The room is called Warrior Shrine, but it's the Artifact of Strength. So,
there's so many. They matched a bunch of the artifact names to a bunch of rooms, and then they just didn't put those artifacts in the rooms.
Alright, more Spring Ball and Boost Ball, so we go extreme fast.
Who needs a scan dash? We could just boost ball your way to wherever you want to go.
Alright, so we got a series of extremely wide rooms, so you know what I mean.
Nice spider ball skip here. That double bomb jump is not too bad. Pretty nice way to cheese it. That spring jump is so great. Probably one of my favorite things.
And we're already on our way to Plasma Beam, because we already have as explained before, we already have X-Ray.
Yo, hamburger jump.
Let's go.
So that skips needing grapple, and then there's a spider skip coming up, or I guess two spider skips coming up. But we need to set these platforms with the spinners to get to to open up the ceiling with the bomb slot up top. Slope jump here to skip this spider ball track, and then bomb this. This opens up the big spider puzzle in the top half of the room, and also opens up the way to the door. But we can skip spider here for or with a another instant unmorph jump called a spring space jump. Set the camera here to be obstructed by the track, and then just BSJ and then space jump over here. And that's Plasma.
That rubble is only there after PAL version of the
Yeah.
game, so we need power bombs.
That spring space jump is done in Remaster as well. But to get to the first platform, you have to do a much more precise BSJ. It also works in Remastered. It's actually like super cool, like what still works in Remastered.
Right. Now that we have plasma beam, we're gonna go on our way to the far section of Fendrana, or Fendrana, as we like to call it. And I already used my E-tank, so that's reason why I got it.
Yeah, later on that E-tank's going to become important.
Nothing really to talk about here, so just waiting elevators, boring downtime. Enjoy White Samus because that's a thing that they didn't account for on the port to Wii. They didn't change it into the PAL version of Trilogy.
All right, so
Otherwise-
spider track skip here, crazy ledge clip jump. You can also just jump on like the poles around the elevator and then just jump to the top because the top of the spider track's standable.
That's the second important scan that I need to be not fully scanned. So
Yes. You can sort of L jump with scan visor or
you
with
can.
like lock-ons.
you can.
But it's fake.
Yeah.
Fake L jumps.
Fake L jumps, whatever.
Yeah, so this is the second Fendrana trip. We need 2 artifacts in this half of Fendrana. First one's kind of way out of the way here. Need plasma and power bombs to acquire it, but we have all that. So jumping on lots of standable stuff. Needed to farm a 5% power bomb drop there for
5%.
this walk wall right here.
5% chance power one drop. Very stupid to do RNG money for it, but I got it in the end relatively fast.
Mhm.
And we got the artifact of spirit, and we're on our way to left side of the Fendrana. Another cool instant shot there, pretty fast.
I think what I like about like Prime 1 speedruns is like the whole general theme of like the sort of the second half of the run is just do this backwards. It's way more optimal.
Over Metroid because he's annoying. Hunter
So why are there
Metroid's
Metroids
like-
in the cold part of the planet?
I don't know. Pirates, shenanigans.
Did someone say that that got removed in like NTSCJ or something and then got re-added in? I don't know. I'm not going to speculate.
Paul removed it, and NTSC-J
Oh,
put it back in.
my apologies. I got it wrong. So a lot of standable brain here. There's a bit of a difference doing this climb to the artifacts on this version versus like NTSC GameCube. There's a lock on the other door that we need to go through that would normally never lock unless you broke the Metroid out of its cage.
This block right here, this door.
Yeah, that lock we just saw. But the cutscene instead locks it, so we have to unload the room, hit the load trigger, and then reload this room. And now, going back into Reach Live Aether, it is unlocked. So, also, you didn't see it, but Miguel had 0 power bombs and now has 2.
Yeah, very cool. Very generous drops. Actually got that like third try or something, I don't know.
Yeah. It's like a, what, like 2 in 7 or 3 in 7 chance each for each individual, like, crate in that room. Like, Labs is, like, the place in Fendrana to get power bomb drops with, like, favorable enough RNG. Also, a nice plasma skip here coming up for this artifact. Just jump over the force field and shoot a missile.
Yeah, that kind of destroyed the thingy.
This is a pretty easy sequence break that's fun to, like, sort of, like, teach anyone. You can do this on any version of the game, including remastered.
That right here is the artifact of Elder.
I wasn't already a boomer, I am now. Cool bomb jump to get out the way you came in.
Alright, funny thing here is this elevator
That
normally has an invisible wall that blocks all the shots, but there's a tiny gap between the wall itself and the elevator, so we can just shoot through that. Thankfully, they made it so shots can go through that wall in Remastered, so that's a good change.
I love Space Pirates. Yeah, so again, in-game time, these cutscenes that are happening don't count towards the in-game timer at all, so it is beneficial to get Thermal Visor. Thermal Visor isn't required for anything, but it is a time save for...
I specifically got Thermal Visor to make final boss is a little bit easier.
Yeah.
I just opted to get it because I just can't be bothered. Essence is way too horrible in
Great
this
morph.
version. All right, another frame perfect morph that happens the frame the cutscene before the cutscene starts. So because of that, we see the Samus model for the cutscene preloaded, and we're not usually supposed to see that, but we do see it. All right, so now that we have everything here, no need to come back to Fendrana ever again. We have all the artifacts, and we're nothing really stopping us to go to mines. But well, we have to go to mines now. That's our end goal now.
Nice use the X-ray to get a guaranteed lock-on on those bats because they like to
You
go in and
can
out
lock,
of like visibility.
regardless, you can't lock onto them anyway, just with
Oh,
X-ray.
I thought you could.
And we're out.
Yeah, we're done with Fendrana. We are never coming back. It's unfortunate because Fendrana has some really, really great music. Yeah, this TAS speedrunner is so great. 40 minutes in, already going to mines. Wait, what?
What?
Oh yeah, we have power bombs. I thought it's funny that we got close to Gravity Suit and then didn't get it. I say we because it's a team effort. We're all in this together.
Wii. And also the Wii version of the game.
How
Funny
can we help? It's a nice guaranteed power bomb drop from the Zoomer. It's actual name. Don't at me.
Yeah, one of them is called Zoomer and the other one's called Gamer.
I had a seed hash for Prime Rando this week called Elder Zoomer, and that was like ice, I think, at the end.
Right, so now that we are in mines, we're just our objective is to get main power bombs and facing suits.
Also entering
So,
mines backwards.
Go roll shot, instead of whatever.
The space pirates in mines are probably the most dangerous enemy in the game. The beam troopers. I don't know how. Only 37 health too. Whoa, that boost! That's such
Yeah,
a cool. That's such a cool movement.
Yeah, that's a very cool boost to skip the pirate fight, so we can just go up real fast. They added an invisible wall there, but because of that boost, I can just ignore it. Yeah, really stupid that they did that. I don't know what's up with Retro, just patching glitches or tricks, even though it doesn't affect casual players at all. Anyway,
So waiting here for this load, there's a trigger that extends into this room, which makes this elite pirate come out sooner. So a small little time save, like a couple of seconds. And then, thankfully, they usually drop ultra energies, and wow, ultra energy, good luck. That's some fantastic luck there.
unfortunately, I need to farm health there, but it's whatever. It's just like 2 to 3 seconds. The one
game.
time I need to farm health.
On GameCube, you have to fire a missile and a plasma shot for that cloak drone. So, oh yeah, so what was this maze that TAS got? Looks pretty bad.
Oh, this is a really bad day. Sorry, there's nothing I could do to optimize. Actually,
Wait, what?
kidding.
What's going on? So when you enter the maze, you get locked in, but it removes the collision and just the dynamo itself. But
So,
if you lay the... Go ahead.
So normally, when you enter in, the little pillar disappears, but visually it disappears, but it actually completely disappears. So if we enter the tunnel thingy partially and bomb jump out, we can trigger the cutscene or the sequence or whatever, and the pillar disappears.
Nice
So
reposition out of bounds. So we don't spider ball and need a skip spider for this section of mines. So that's one of the reasons why we need to go out of bounds here. The other one is coming up, but yeah. So that bomb where you can get halfway in that maze and then back out to do the maze skip, I believe is a 2-frame window. It's really precise. Just regular gameplay going on here.
yeah,
Nice morph ball transition.
I don't know if you already said this, but I'm gonna explain anyway. Like I said, no scan dashing, no real fast way to traverse this room inbound, so we're just gonna do it out of bounds. So might be a little slower compared to like the fastest method, but believe me, it's fast. And we also get to skip that long elevator. So
I think the
very
elevator
cool.
probably makes that a little bit faster,
Yeah,
potentially.
very much so.
Yeah, so on GameCube, like RTA runs, you would go out of bounds in this room off that glider, the blue flying thing. You hope and pray that it pushes you through a wall. And then, so that's what makes this out of bounds in particular important, because it lets us collect this artifact before getting phase on suit, so it saves the backtrack after getting phase on suit. And in RTA, you would do this like choreographed movement where you have to like do this wrong room stuff and then boost ball to clip through. But we just load delay.
Yeah, normally what I'm gonna do here is do the same thing I did for power rounds and get the artifact and then jump out so I'm not stuck in collision anymore thanks to ghost state. The reason I need some load delay is because the room loads too fast, so I need to just delay a little bit, some 10 pauses, that's it. And we get the artifact, and we do not need to come back here anymore, so we're just gonna quickly just go back in bounds and phew,
Let
fast.
the room load around you.
I'm gonna get this missile because it's the fastest missile that I can possibly get. TAS we get Tricle Spit because it can do scan dashing, but here we can't, so we're just gonna take this one real fast. Just gonna need it uh, for the lower final bosses, whatever. So
Jumping
quick
off a
phase
little
on,
phase on thing.
yeah, quick phase and jump to skip survival requirement and run away to Omega Pirate and get phase on shoot. This guy sucks. He's very bad, so I'm gonna kill him thanks to the power change that made it vulnerable to power bomb. Give me the power bomb back, idiot. Okay, thank you.
The PB drop.
And we're on here. Another power change. We can destroy Omega Pirate's armor plates with power bombs. So no need to worry about missiles. Now we're gonna do an extra power bomb drop so we can skip this calling the pirates animation and make him go invisible sooner. Fun fact, he doesn't actually go invisible, he just goes extremely tiny. You can see there, he's actually still projecting a shadow. And yeah, we're just gonna wait for him, the usual cycles where he pops out and we have to skip it and shoot it, I mean. So now we're gonna do a precise shot into power bomb, so we do extra damage. So now he's already halfway there, halfway with the health. Here's a tiny guy. Look at him go.
I never realized he was that small.
So 3 phases. Do charge beam and power bomb shots, damage combined like I explained. One more power
Almost
bomb
died.
drop, and he's done. He's dead.
That was really close. He could have died there. Oh, I take that back. Rip. F's in the chat.
Right where you take 62
Stats
damage.
got so far, only to stop here.
And Samus is dead. It's like, just kidding. Another power change. This cutscene is they changed it so Samus does a different pose, but it's way better, in my opinion. Believe it or not, that was face on suit, but since we didn't have gravity suit, the game just progressed to the next available suit.
Yeah, it's like suit +1. So, no longer have the puke suit, we have traffic cone suit now. It's great. Our eyes have been saved. Cool little insta shot here. I think if you fall down, you lose like 20-ish seconds, having to wait for the elevator to come back down. Yeah, so Mega Pirate's what we need X-Ray for. You cannot damage him without it being equipped. Another PAL change is that Fission Metroids are in mines. And it's convenient because Miguel can just dash off of them for faster movement through Phazon Processing Center. Remember that boost?
I hope you like that boost because it took me way too long to get it 2 times. It was very annoying. Also,
Yes.
you're gonna use the scan lock here, another one that is not fully scanned, just to have fake L button, so I don't get the non-L button momentum and I don't get pushed into the trigger and very fast.
The cutscene trigger is just narrow enough that you can squeeze through without triggering the Elite Pirate to come out of its container.
Oh, elevator that can't skip.
Also, Spiderless Shaft 1 with these Bombu still alive. Who even needs vision? Oh, so this is the important reason for the E-Tanks. Pal Change makes these like little circular things do a bunch of damage. I guess they have like electricity running through them, and so you don't really take damage on game or on NTSC, but you do on PAL. Also, there's a rock wall that is about to be blown up by the turret. If you go through it in reverse, you can get stuck in it and then just infinitely boost and clip through.
Right.
Phase on Elite Pirate. Go ahead.
Normally it takes 24 missiles in GameCube, but if this is easy mode, it takes 18. And kill this pirate because he's annoying. And you're gonna scan the post to lower the platforms and also the turret that cuts in earlier, so we save a little bit of in-game time. And that's the final artifact of Face of Minds, the artifact of Warrior in Elite Research, I think it's the name. Right, so unfortunately, because of some changes made to the newer version of the game, there's a lot of patch collision channels, so you have to climb the room normally, like that.
Paying the energy tax there too.
Right, so normally there's Metroids here, but because I skipped lowering the barrier in Metro Quarantine 8, the Metroids stay locked and they can't escape, so there's absolutely nothing to do here other than jumping, unfortunately. No fancy dashes, no nothing.
Just pure natural gameplay. Grass-fed gameplay.
Totally natural.
That was a cool
Anyway,
spring jump there. Can't do that on GameCube. Maybe in Rando, I guess, but
yeah.
yeah, now we're gonna exit through the front entrance. Exit through the entrance. Welcome
welcome,
lines.
welcome to Face of Minds, cutscene, and we're out. Bye.
We validate parking. That's the last time I make that joke. So there are 2 artifacts remaining in Chozo Ruins that need to be collected. And so delaying Chozo Revisit until now is beneficial.
I suppose I should have mentioned way earlier in the run, but even though we skipped the item loss cutscene, whatever, when we land on Talon, there's a failsafe that still removes a lot of items. So
Right, right.
yeah, sorry, too late to mention, but whatever. Yeah, that's why we have to get all those items.
I forgot to mention that.
Whatever. And there's nothing really else to do, so now we're just on the way to get our final artifacts. Because of this route, we can't just detour back. Well, sorry, we can't just go back to Talon right immediately after World, the artifact of World, because we still need to go get Life Giver. So that's one of the most annoying artifacts to route in. So nothing to be done about it.
Yeah, it's still the same movement, like in like double IS route, for instance. It's just it's done in reverse for this route instead. But it is, yeah, Life Giver is kind of out of the way, but the time save of getting early X-ray and power bombs alone just makes it worth it. Because we cut out an entire Chozo revisit.
So now we get a cool one more shot, morph into there, goes into the artifact, and very cool.
Yeah, also important like for beam management, which active beam you have, because like you have to go from plasma to ice for the door to get this artifact.
Anyway, so we're on the way to Life Giver now. Nothing to be done other than just some cold boosting on these rooms. So here I'm gonna do a thing where I touch the low trigger first and then drop down, and the door opens faster.
Right into the shot too. That's awesome.
Yeah, very cool, very fast. Just waiting for this room to load. And more fast spring falling. That was a very wide one. I have no idea how I got it. More insta shots.
I'd say the
And
boost and spring ball stuff makes up for a lot of the what you lose in unmorphed movement going from GameCube to Trilogy. At least in a TAS setting. Nice boost.
That's some very cool boosts. I hope you have wrong eyes because actually I'm not even gonna say it.
I don't even know what bit you're gonna do.
It already passed, don't worry. Anyway, on our way to Life Giver. To do more cool boosting into instant morphs. Here I open up thermal visor so you can see something. Actually, I needed to see what the hell I'm doing.
Like I got stuck there and still didn't lose time because the load was still happening.
Yeah, Prime 1 boost.
Also, that boost is amazing.
Yeah, alright, that's a gravity suit skip. Normally, we have to use a slope jump underwater to get over it, but we don't have the L button in this version, so normally we have to use a scan point to simulate the L button movement, but that's slow, so we're just gonna boost up there with changes made to how more ball friction works in the Wii version that you can't do that in GameCube.
Hope you like golf. Hole one.
into an instant number of shot.
Yeah, I didn't really talk about this, but like with slope jumps, you gain a bit extra height when you're moving up a slope as you jump. Something to do with, I think, how your forward, like horizontal momentum gets converted to vertical, I think.
Yeah, I think the
Correct me if
reason
I'm
why
wrong.
is because I imagine on a game development standpoint is that if you don't have that, like when you jump running up a slope, you just like click back in because you still have
Mm.
the horizontal. I imagine it's my theory, but whatever. Right, so we're on our way to final bosses. We already have all the remaining items. We
Wait,
have all
no,
the items in it. What?
hold on. We only have 11 artifacts. Where's the last one?
Oh
We didn't get it.
no! Okay, that was some cool boosting there. I don't know if you
Mhm.
saw it, but we actually boosted in the air because we keep the property of the half pipe that lets us boost in the air. So we got really fast. Yeah, very cool.
Refilling here is worth it. Need missiles for the upcoming
Yeah,
fight.
also why I got the missile expansion in Fungal Hobby 25. It's very slow final process. Alright, sorry, I guess I'm just gonna have to use cheat codes to give myself the final artifact.
That cutscene's not skippable on GameCube.
Yeah. Shout out
Nice.
to the shout out to the
Shoutouts to DF.
It's a
Oh, there it
tradition.
is.
Oh, there's the artifact. Okay, never mind. I want
Whoa!
another frame perfect more for no reason.
It's fun. There's your reason.
Anyway, Ridley is changed in PAL. If you remember, some Prime speedrunners do a cool thing where you just boost into Ridley and it takes away all of his health, but that got patched. And so did Fly by Skip, so nothing we can do about it. We're just gonna do as much damage as possible and as quickly as possible. And we're gonna have to wait for him to fly down or whatever to go into the ground. So we're gonna do some very sick snipes with Plaza Beam while he runs in the air. Runs in the air, yes, flies on the air. And actually, I need to be careful about not doing too much damage, otherwise it will just fly away again immediately. So I just did a partial charging shot. So now I'm gonna hear a time dismissal, so he commits to flying down. And right now I'm just gonna do missile spam to jump down his cell as quickly as possible.
And
So-
manip the missile drops to
Yeah,
have
that
as many missiles as possible.
That was annoying. And that's air face done.
That was actually really well choreographed. There was like, what was there, 2 missile drops? Like it was like a
Two.
5 and a 10er, I think.
2 10 missile drops, yes.
Which is already like kind of nuts.
Yeah, big surprise. One flyby. That's it. Normally,
Ice
in
Beam-
Arctic-
Oh, sorry.
huh?
I interrupted you.
No, you go ahead.
Alright, so another PAL change is that Charge Beam got nerfed for ground phase. So, except for Ice Beam. So Ice Beam is the best DPS weapon for ground phase. It's kind of ridiculous to stun Ridley unlike with other beams. Like it takes like 3 charge shots for anything else for him to actually be stunned and vulnerable to damage, and that's Ridley.
And really dead. Yeah. So a combination of pretty sure you already explained it, but that was visible in the chat. Yeah, Ice Beam is good against Ridley on this version. It's the fastest situation.
I think it's the same reason it's used for remastered runs.
Yeah. Like Ridley behaves exactly the same as it does here.
Yeah, Ridley's got some other cool little changes, like the lunge attack. His animation's different, so you can actually stun him. There's like a rewarding aspect to that part of the fight, and then he gains this stomp attack that's pretty neat, in my opinion. Yeah, sorry to interrupt you there during the fight.
No, I was gonna say something else, but it's whatever. You needed to explain that.
Say it now if you want. We're just going through Impact Crater.
I actually
All right.
forgot. Never mind.
Fair enough.
I was gonna mention that frame perfect power bomb
Yeah.
drop in the cutscene. Funny.
So, big room here in Impact Crater, and we just do a BSJ and climb up and skip the first set of platforms, and just get to the second set that goes straight to the hallway leading to Metroid Prime. Wow,
The
that's the name
boss.
of the game.
It's the name of the game. What the heck?
The myth, the legend. So no exo skip here. Instead, we're just doing a good old good old 4-phase fight against Metroid Prime Exoskeleton. So each phase is divided into different rooms. So this phase has so the way that Exo works is that it's vulnerable to only one beam at a time, and you have to do enough damage for it to switch to the next color in the pattern. So for room 1, it's power beam and wave beam, or yellow and purple. So this upcoming section will add ice beam to the mix. So starting with subchamber 2, after you reach the damage threshold for each color, Exo's gonna like charge across the room. And what's neat about this is that it has a vulnerability during the dash where you can just hit it with a beam, and that counts as damage for the next color. And so these snipes here are really important to expedite the next color. So like, see only the 2 ice shots there, and it's already damaged again. We're gonna do the same thing to skip wave. Not getting wave first, and also being able to get these snipes to skip wave whenever it comes up is really important, because wave is the weakest of the 4 beams when charged. Only does 40 damage, and then like charged plasma does 100. Charged ice does 60 normally, but it's 90 here because Metroids are weak to ice beam. Another palette change is that the grapple beam on NTSC, you could shoot Exo while it's grappling you, but it becomes invulnerable when it grapples you on PAL and beyond.
In
So
the
you
scan
just boost,
box,
just cancel it.
in the log of Exo, that's actually called the snare beam.
Snare beam, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so that thing that sucks you in. So, like you said, on the NTSC, you can actually shoot him while it's grappling you, but they made it so it's invulnerable doing that. So the quickest way to get rid of that is just morph and boost.
I think this room also against the ice attack, where that can freeze you, and then it adds red to the pool of colors. So you have plasma to deal with. And then 4th subchamber is the most chaotic. Since we have all 4 beams to account for, Exo can kind of just do whatever it wants. One thing we didn't talk about is that when you stand close enough to Exo, it'll always do this melee attack. So we can sort of stun lock it into always doing the melee attack, which is great because
It lets us to keep shooting at it and progress faster.
yeah, subchamber 4 is give an inch and it takes a mile. It'll change colors, you can switch to wave beam, which is really slow.
But we can just RNG manipulation to make it just go plasma, ice, plasma, very fast. So we're just stun locking it. Yeah, thanks to easy mode changes, this is a lot faster.
Yeah, I think it's like normally 220 damage on GameCube normal, so it's less than that, whatever the damage is scaled to for.
Imagine it's like 280 here.
Nice clip on the floor.
Thanks for that. And funny power bomb. Alright, here's something extremely important that everybody has to look at. Hold on, first get the funny, not funny. This is a dramatic cutscene. The essence, Metroid Prime, the essence core, whatever the hell, I don't know. And we just need to kill it. Okay, extremely important, chat.
H.
H.
So essence is. Do you want me to take over, or do you want to do this?
I'll take over. Okay. So we're doing jumping over here to make. If you jump level to essence, he will do the next animation early, and we'll skip like just idling around, so it drops the pull faster. So now here I'm gonna do something called pull canceling, and also delaying the shots. Pull canceling what the purpose of pull canceling is so that I keep spacing all my shots like this, so I interrupt essence animation, and it progresses faster, so it doesn't do the attacks or glares for you or girls or you or whatever. And the second thing is, I shoot outside the pool by jumping, and for some reason, even if you're outside the pool by buffering the A button to shoot, you can still shoot and you don't consume phasing for ammunition. So you can do a lot of extra damage and still cancel the animations from essence.
That's pretty cool.
Then it's just enough damage for the last one to be done properly, and GG.
Was that third pull frame perfect?
Yes.
That was awesome. So yeah, so
One
the
of
delayed
three-
shots to play the next pool as soon as possible, and then the second one just to do as much damage as you can do.
Nice,
the point-
GG.
I'd like to point out that Echo's RTA is still lower than this, so ha 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 ha.
Wait, Echo's Wii or GameCube?
Echo's GameCube RTA is way lower than this. Not even Prime can get that close.
Do Echoes Wii, you won't.
I already did.
That's right.
103.57.
What am I saying?
What are
Yeah,
you
so
saying?
that was a great test.
Yeah. I plan to work on 20% now in the future. That 20% is the lowest percentage possible on the Wii version. Uh, well, not
GameCube
well,
too.
both in the Wii and GameCube version. But it was actually fun. 20% was actually fun to be possible still in the Wii version before the GameCube one. So I'm gonna work on that next. All right, let me get the re-record count. I forgot about that. Well, it's in my description. You'll be able to see it later. But
How long did it take you to test this?
okay, let me explain first. Let me get the number of this real quick. Loading the video.
Shouts to Mark H. Hutchinson and Andy O'Neill. Rest in peace.
There. In-game time, you're just gonna have to wait. The cutscenes. Sorry, the
They did
credits.
fix the credits.
Yeah, they
Credits
actually...
are their credits work now. You can't skip them anymore.
All right. This entire process took about a total of 3 weeks. The first few days for me getting used to how things work and getting familiar with all the tools I have, like getting to know the emulator, how the TAS, whatever, because I wanted to make a TAS of this. And yeah, the rest of the time taken after getting familiarized with the tools were an actual work. Actually, I finished another 80% task almost a month ago at the time of this upload. But due to some emulator errors and a D6 I was not prepared for, some really ugly emulator stuff that I had to report and then I had to wait for it to get fixed. I had to do some very nasty workarounds, and I did not want to bother to do that because it was a very it would have been a very tedious process. So I did what any sensible person would do and start the entire thing over again on the version that works. But I'm glad this was a blessing in disguise because after I finished that, I noticed that everything I did just paled in comparison with all the experience I obtained from later in the task to work. So I definitely don't have any regrets. I'm very glad that I started over because it would have been a much worse time than this, and I ended up making it even better. So that's that. Very good. I'm very glad I just started.
I
And yeah, just want quick special thanks. Give special thanks to Fusion Varia for providing insight and helpful information on what to do while I worked on this. Her experience in testing helped me out significantly on this, and some rooms might have looked boring if it wasn't for her nitpicks and all of that. So thanks, Fusion Varia, aka Hazel. Uh, Shoutouts to Ben Stephens 56 for rendering the whole thing in a crispy 4K lossless quality. Without his assistance, well, on stream you're not gonna look at the very good quality, but if you look at the stream, sorry, if you look at the task on YouTube, you're gonna be seeing very good quality. So without his assistance, you could see a less than average quality footage with annoying visual glitches and a bunch of part of the video. Thanks to Ultinar2 for providing a DMW file for me to work on test the trilogy version of the game. Yeah, he provided the necessary tools for me to test this, and thanks for this. Thanks to Hoss, I don't know how to pronounce that, for fixing the dolphin issues that I encountered that I had to report and pinpoint. And yeah, so he went ahead, did some pull requests in GitHub, and they went through, and then I started working immediately. Thanks to Aaron for being a hot dog and DF for being DF.
Oh yeah,
And
so
then
do you have the YouTube version public yet?
I should do
Thank-
that when it finishes.
All right. So no one can
Actually,
get
no,
a 10
I just
second head 10-second peek at the final in-game time.
and
nice.
43 minutes.
43.
Exactly 43 minutes and 18 seconds.
It's just what 9 minutes slower than GameCube task, but it's still faster than GameCube world record.
Yeah, by a little bit. Like GameCube World Record is like 43, 44, 20 something, 30
Wow.
something, and this is 43 minutes and 18 seconds. I could have probably nabbed the 42 if I did a lot more serious work. But like since I restarted the TAS, it was too troublesome for me, and I really wanted to get it done as quickly as possible. So there's that.
Where can people find you, Miguel?
Uh, I'd rather not say.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
On
yeah,
the
You
you
just
internet.
want to link the YouTube video
Yeah,
so people can watch
made
the nice 4K version.
I just made it public.
All right. You want to link it in chat?
Yeah, go ahead. So yeah, you can find me on YouTube. I do a lot of other speedruns. I do speedruns of Metroid Prime 2 and Metroid Prime 3. I occasionally do Prime 1 speedruns. You can find me on twitch.tv/ChristopherEagle211. You can watch my YouTube speedruns of my other world records like Echoes 90% or Corruption 90%. Those are some really cool speedruns that I definitely recommend to watch. And that's really it for me now. So just gonna, yeah, go ahead. Watch the TAS in the glorious 4K quality and that's about it.
If you like, if this inspires you to pick up Metroid Prime, you can go to metroidprime.run on your internet browser. That'll take you to the speedrunning wiki.
And that's about it.
All right. Thanks. Thanks for this. Thanks for making the test. Thanks for letting me stream it. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chad, that I didn't talk much, but I didn't really have much to say. Commentators pretty much did all the work.
You were just blown away. You
Uh,
were speechless.
Yeah, of course. Had no idea what to say. So,
It's okay. Thanks for having
yeah,
me.
yeah. Thanks for being here. Hope Chad enjoyed it. Chad, did everyone like the test? Usually I let the people on here choose a raid target. You guys wanna? Is there someone on you
Let's
guys might want to raid?
I'm leaving it to Miguel.
Any Metroid
uh
Prime speedrunners